Assalamu alaikum, how are you? I hope you are enjoying a good health. Today our topic is key differences between primary data and secondary data. Before starting this, we will see what is primary data and secondary data. Definition of primary data. Primary data is data originated for the first time by the researcher through direct efforts and experiences, specifically for the purpose of addressing his research problem, also known as first-hand or raw data. This data can be collected through various resources like investment and manpower. The data collection is survey, observation, physical testing, mail questionnaires, questionnaire, field and personal interviews, telephonic interviews, focus group case studies, etc. These are the resources from which you can get primary data. See some advantages of using primary data. The investigator collects data specific of the problem under study. Using primary data, there is no doubt about the quality of the data collected for the investigator. Using primary data, if it requires, it may be possible to obtain additional data during the study period. Some disadvantages of using primary data: the investigator has to contend with all the hassles of data collection. Why he will harshness? Because he is deciding when, what, and how, and when to collect data. Getting the data collected personally or through others, getting funding and dealing with funding agencies. And he will also think about ethically considerations, consent, permissions, etc. When you are collecting primary data, ensure that data collected is of high standard. All desired data is obtained correctly and in the form it is required. There is no fake, cooked up data, unnecessary unless data has not been included. On number third, cost of obtaining the data is often the major expense in studies. Definition of secondary data. Secondary data is second-hand information which is already collected and recorded by any person other than the user for a purpose not relating to the current research problem. It is readily available in the form of censuses, government publications, in the form of internal records of organizations, reports, books, journals, articles, websites, and so on. Secondary data offers several advantages as it is easily available, saves time and cost of the researcher. Let's see some advantages of using secondary data. The data already, there are no hassles of collecting data because secondary data is already available. He's not worried about to collecting it. Number two, it is less expensive. The investigator is not personally responsible for the quality of data. As he is not collecting data, he can say, I didn't do it. Some disadvantages of using secondary data: the investigator cannot decide what is collected if specific data about something is required. For instance, only one can hope that the data is good quality. Obtain about something is not possible most often. You are using secondary data, and if it is required to give additional data, you can't give it because you are using already secondary data. Now let's see key differences between primary data and secondary data. Let's discuss some following points. Number one, the term primary data refers to the data originated by the researcher for the first time. Secondary data is already existing data collected by the investigators, agencies, and organizations earlier. Number two, primary data is real time data, whereas secondary data is one which relates it to the past. Primary data is collected for addressing the problem at hand, while secondary data is collected for purpose other than the problem at hand. Primary data collection is very involved process. On the other hand, secondary data collection process is rapid and easy. Primary data collection sources include surveys, observation, experiments, questionnaires, personal interviews, etc. On the contrary, the secondary data collection sources are government publication, websites, books, journal, articles, internal records, etc. Primary data collection requires a large amount of resources like time, cost, and manpower. Conversely, secondary data is relatively inexpensive and quickly available. Primary data is always specific to the researcher's need and he controls the quality of research. In contrast, secondary data is neither specific to the researcher's need nor he has control over the data quality. Primary data is available in the raw form, whereas secondary data is the refined form of the primary data. It can also be said that secondary data is obtained when statistical methods are applied on the primary data. Data collected through primary sources are more reliable and accurate as compared to the secondary resources. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Allah Hafiz.